Okay, so we're going to do something a bit different here. This is something I'm calling Doomgeons and Dragons, because we are playing some old school FPS games. This is Heretic, a game which was released by Raven Software in the 90s, and it basically take Doom and put it in a Dungeons and Dragons setting. We're going to play a brand new game. City of the Damned is the first episode, and check out these difficulties we've got. Thou needeth a wet nurse. Yellow bellies are us, bringest them ometh, thou art a smite meister, and black plague possesses thee. Yes, they've certainly gone mad for these. We'll go with the default difficulty, which is bringest them oneth. So with that in mind, here we are. This is the game as it begins. We are back in the 1990s. Now this is a recent remaster, came out last year. And interestingly, it was a freebie if you had the original game ports on Steam. I was planning on doing Hexen a while ago because someone basically got it working in a version of GZ Doom that you could use on Steam. And it ran in full ultra-wide and looked great. And then randomly they said, we've done a full remaster with new soundtrack and everything. It was completely unexpected. And I'm like, excellent, yes, let's do it. So much like classic Doom, you got the very old school graphics, which still look fantastic to this day. There's something about these old impish designs that I really like. This is one of the games that I played in my high school. We used to have a Pentium 75. Oh yes, that's right. A Pentium 75 was our rocking futuristic machine. I got home where I had a Pentium 133 megahertz. To put that in perspective, my current PC has 32 gigahertz. That's the difference we're looking at in less than 30 years, people. Let's go. This is a brand new soundtrack that was made for the game in the remasters. That's why it sounds a bit more bombastic. You can choose to have the original soundtrack if you like, but I quite like the vibe that we have here with the new music. Classic PC controls, of course, WASD and mouse aim. Spamming the use key on the walls. The reason for that is simple. That's often where you find most of the secrets. That's right, feel my lightning wrath. So while this doesn't have any projectile shots to it, the advantage is it's got quite a lot of power. And if you can get all close to them, you can stun the enemies. So it's actually a very effective weapon. Now this is where the game is different to Doom though. You actually have items you can use. You can scroll across and use different items as you go. Hexen expanded it even further because of the sequel, but this is the original game. What do you mean, you found the secret area? Surely it should be, thou found the secret area. And again, in these games, you're often rewarded for pushing forward into your combat. As long as you don't get ambushed from behind, you can often do quite a lot of damage quickly. Of course, when the enemy can throw projectiles at you, it makes things very awkward. Should have some healing back here. Thank you, I'll take that. More inferior arrows. And there we go, first level. Could have done with doing a bit better in terms of the overall performance there, but not the worst start. Yeah, I knew there was a reason why I was getting glumped, and I think I got enemies on both sides. So this is the first game, Heretic. We'll play a bit of this. This is to test how it all records. It's all going, so far, seems to be going smoothly. Everything I can see suggests it's being recorded, but you know what happens in these games. You think you're recording, and the next thing you know, you've not got a single minute down on the system. Say my good friend Queen 3210 has done that many times before. Thought they were recording, and then boom, next thing you know, the entire video's been lost. I've been there, it's not fun. Need a yellow key to get into there. Need a green key to get in there. Okay, well, I've cleared the enemies out. Now I need to find somewhere to get moving forward. The levels are quite limited in scope, so it's not easy to exactly get missing here. Or at least it shouldn't be. Unlike the PC original in the 1990s, we can actually use the mouse to look up and down. That's the difference. Ah, there we go. Knew there'd be somewhere new. That's where the axes were coming from. Right, that makes more sense now. I was there, I'm like, I don't see an enemy throwing axes. And you're not allowed to use 3D aiming and go around corners. That's not cricket. Only I'm allowed to use the game mechanics to do things like that. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to actually use proper traps. Now, of course, Hexen and Heretic, they are interesting games because they did actually get ported to the consoles. The PlayStation 1 had a port of Hexen. And what was hilarious about it is that it was almost impossible to play because not only was it really slow anyway, and a lot of content cut because it wasn't a PC, but worse than that, you actually couldn't really save your game. Because it took 15 blocks from your memory card. Like 15 blocks on a memory card is very, very, very big. If you had a memory card back in the PlayStation 1 days, you will know that 15 blocks was the maximum capacity. Right, there's a key there, that's useful. You're probably all thinking, why am I not using the projectile? And to be honest, I should be. Ooh, we got a shield. Hopefully that means we'll take less damage when we're in combat. And we found... Right, let's test my arrows out. So much like in Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation... Oh yeah, check this out. Oh yeah. Come on, come at me, bro. Ah! Now we're talking. That's right, come at me. Oh yeah. Feel the wrath of my mighty stick. Ah! Now, believe it or not, if you actually play this game and put in the cheats from Doom, the game recognizes the cheats. Now, there are some interesting consequences, so if I quickly save my game, let's type in the weapons cheat. IDKFA. There we are. My weapons have all been taken away from me. Let's type in the God code, IDDQD. See? Trying to cheat, eh? Now you die. That's right, that's what the game will do. This game is mean. Luckily, we can just load and we're back to where we were. So if you're like me when you were a kid, you're like, oh, this is made on the Doom engine, I know a cheat code. The developers were like, yes, so do we. You're trying to cheat, are you? Now, interestingly, the game that followed this on, Hexen, so the sequel to Heretic, it actually had a cheat in it. And it's the first game where I actually found a cheat code out by myself. What happened was, I was essentially playing the game, and I got really frustrated with it. I got insanely frustrated. So I was like, I was messing around, and obviously it's set in the medieval period. I decided at random to type in the word locksmith, and it worked. It got me all the keys. It let me carry on the game. I was amazed, couldn't believe it. Now my friend later came over to my house, and I showed him this cheat because he didn't believe me. And I went, no, seriously, it's a cheat, it works, I'll prove it to you. And he thought I was full of shit, because most of us were. Most of us, when we said we knew a code or we knew a cheat, we'd actually not know a code. We'd actually believe something was happening that wasn't happening. Well, this cheat, lo and behold, works perfectly fine. And my mate immediately thinks, hang on then, so if locksmith gets you all the keys, try blacksmith, that might get you all the weapons. That didn't work, sadly. However, there actually is a cheat in Hexen for all weapons. That cheat is NRA. A game set in the medieval period, you have to type in National Rifle Association to get all the weapons. No, I don't understand it either. It's a bit like in Evil Dead Army of Darkness when all of a sudden Bruce Campbell's character, the legendary Ash, goes, "This is my boomstick." That's what I'm imagining is happening. Downside to this weapon is it's actually not that efficient for its ammo, is it? Luckily though, the crossbow is. The crossbow's slightly more efficient. The only problem is it has a low capacity. 30 shots and you're done. Then we've got the full map for that as well, which is pretty useful. Yeah, common trope with the Doom engine games at this time, which you'd basically have to go into areas where you were going to get damaged in order to progress. It was all part of the game in terms of being able to survive. It was like a survival tactic. I quite liked it in a way. And those quartz flasks are emergency health. Basically, they're little like potions, and you can cast them whenever you want. Where did you come from? Random jump scare from the golem there, people. That was unexpected. Ow. Okay, now we're in bother. I do like the way the souls just like literally get blown away. We got another Tome of Power. Now I believe the Tome of Power upgrades a weapon in your possession to make it more dangerous, which is useful. Yeah, no more arrows back this way. You know what I said before about trying to not get yourself surrounded? That's the reason why, people. Yep, here they come. Ah, that explains that. I was there, I'm like, hang on a second, I can't move, why? And I realised why, the door had closed behind me. Hey, I think I found a secret area. We've got the wings of wrath. Now that's interesting, because a friend of mine, I was in a band with him years ago called Lucania, and we never got off the ground, unfortunately, but we had a few song ideas in the round, and one of our songs was called Winds of Wrath. It's interesting to see that referenced. Obviously the game had nothing to do with that, the band didn't come into existence so long after this game was a thing. But I just like the fact that one of our song titles is similar to an item in this game. So we're checking on all the walls just to make sure... Ah, right. Interesting. There is a ledge there, but I can't jump up to it. That's annoying. Let's do a quick restock if we can. If there's anything around to restock on, we will. Patience is a virtue. Not that it's a virtue I have a lot of, I must admit. I have very little patience. That is very true for anyone who's seen my videos before. And if you are new to the channel based off this video, then welcome, thank you very much to all of you. As I say, this is being recorded rather than streamed because I just wanted to play this on a whim, actually. I just thought, you know what, why not? I'm in the mood for something a bit old school. Something I haven't played in ages. And while I could just play it offline privately and enjoy it privately, I quite like to share content. Plus, of course, I am meant to be playing the excellent first-person shooter series, Halo. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, it wasn't coming into play. It wasn't letting me proceed. I need a better weapon than this. Yes, again, much like in classic Doom games, if you can conserve your ammo by switching to other weaponry, do it. Just to give yourself a bit more control. But that's now got us into the next area, so there is another key we can use back through the yellow door. Ah, excellent, some more arrows too. I got the first strike, then not you. Now, while I can use an item to level... Oh! There we go, jump! Now we're going to the gatehouse. Right, now they're firing projectiles at me. They weren't doing that earlier. So because they're now firing projectiles, this is where the weapon I was using is... Oh, they're shooting them as well. Great, okay. Right, suddenly the game decided to get serious, people. It's like you've had your fun. The game's decided, no, we're not doing that anymore. Now we're attacking you. Now we're actually going to come after you. So this becomes less of a stand back and shoot moment and be more of a case of getting in the fight. So in these kind of games, it's always good to stay on the move. By staying on the move, you can give yourself a chance to evade items. Chance to evade shots. Yeah, we need... Yeah, but that's not opening, that's fine. Luckily in this game so far I've not had to roll any dice for certain options, which would be annoying if that was the case. I'd really rather not have that situation. Is your attack going to land? Roll for it, you know what I mean? Now here's where I actually reveal myself to be a bit of a poser. I've named this Doomgeons and Dragons. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. I've never actually played it. Part of the reason why is I've never been able to get a game going. I've never actually been in a place where people play it enough. I really would love to play. I love the imagination involved in it from what I've seen. I love all the dice rolls and the character designs and everything else. Like an old friend of mine who I haven't seen for quite a few years now posted on social media once, where they were playing a game and apparently the outcome of the rolls was that one of them essentially found themselves being attacked by a rat and chewed to bits. There was this like Paragon Knight in full armor and full helm and everything else, but the game was like, fuck your armor, fuck your helmet, you're dying. And that was it, basically. And I quite like the idea of that. Yeah, I had a feeling we might be getting some people coming through this way. Spread fire will be useful here, because they're coming at me in a big horde. While that's fun, it's not really, well, it's not really a way to, it's not really a strategy for survival. But it was funny, and that's all that matters. Oh, I missed my cue, damn it. My idea is to stand on here. Oh. That's not what I expected to happen. Well, if you guys can't shoot me from here, I'll take full advantage. It's the return of Cheesebone, people. Now you see, you see an item with a white marker underneath it. That tells me it's going to reveal a nasty ambush, and we don't want that. We don't want that. That's why I decided to come here from a different angle. I love the music they've gone for with this remaster. It's got really nice choir effects. And it has a very, as I say, it's got the modern take, but I do get the classic feel from it. I was only taking a bit of damage then, not because I wanted the damage. That's not the reason for it. It was more a case of trying to see if there was any hidden doors, but there was nothing there. I'm sure there was another one. Yep, there it is. Oh, now there's invisible ones. Right, that's annoying. And they're carrying maces by the looks of it. Ah, so that's the way you're supposed to get to the Deacon Claw. And luckily, we're getting plenty of energy orbs. So for now, we're going to use this to get our ammo back. Straight into that one like an idiot. Once again, I see a spot underneath that item which tells me this is going to be an attack problem. Indeed it was. So now you can see why this weapon goes through ammo very fast. But it is a good weapon as a clutch weapon for things like that, because you can keep enemies pinned down with it. But unfortunately, I've also taken a bit of a beating there. If I press enter, however... Alright. Sorry, 1 second, people. I just want to quickly check something. Ah, okay, that's fine. It's item Q, basically. And you can scratch across here and it tells you what they do. So you got heals 25% of health, temporarily obscures presence, mythical bomb that explodes, temporarily lights the surroundings, temporarily buffs all weapons, and then healing again, basically. So there's our key. You could say it was key. No, we got that. Yeah, here they come. I don't know if anyone else gets annoyed by the sound of those weapons going la 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 all the time. If you don't, then you have the patience of a saint, it would seem. Okay, let's go left. Okay, just gotta keep them coming off. Keep picking them off as we go. This is like what I call classic PC gaming. All these motifs are like the angels and the demons on the wall. I really, really like them. And I'd say the key thing is this is not me trying to give you a walkthrough. This is not me doing any kind of speed run. This is just me having fun playing an absolute classic in 4K ultra wide. It's like, how can a game this old look this good in ultra wide? It's like something about the old 90s PC graphics that I actually think have aged really, really well. It's the flat sprites, it's the way they extracted the maximum from the engine. And it's just being able to get them running on such low capacity hardware, because it used to be a case that you couldn't really play these games in the modern era. Not because they were hard to find, you could find them anywhere. But the problem was that a lot of modern PCs were actually too powerful to run them. They were just basically unable to render the images. Or load the games. Ow. I just got a morph ovum, some kind of egg. So it's something about playing a game using mouse and keyboard. There's just something about it that feels so nice. The action is so smooth. Ah, there is a way up here. I thought there would have been. And there's the green key at last, so we can get moving. Ah. Right, that's blocked off, so we can't get there. Whoa, easy, tiger. Now we have one of you throwing blood red axes at me. And you're dead, you're down. Excellent. I get the feeling that's opened the door behind us. No, it hasn't. Okay. I'll tell you what it might have done, actually. Opened up that pillar that was like a portal at the top up here, where we took out the guards. No, it's not done that either. Okay. It definitely did something, because it was a switch. With these old school games, this is where a lot of the challenge came from. Navigating it, figuring it out. It's a speed jobber. There we go. No secrets this time, but we did get ourselves through the level, and it's the guard tower we're entering now. For more haunting church organ kind of music. See, while this isn't the most powerful weapon, it does have quite consistent aim over distance, and that can make it worth its weight in gold as a weapon for certain enemies, because you can pick them off from a distance if you can spot them in the sight line. See what I mean? I've just taken out the axe for her already. It doesn't quite stun lock them, but it certainly makes it so that they find it difficult to attack. It's like it has like quite a high knockback effect. So because it's knocking the enemies quite far away from you, you can use it to your advantage, especially if you can keep them pinned. In many ways, it's kind of similar to the chain gun in Doom. If you play Doom 2, the chain gun, while not the most powerful weapon, and it does rinse through its ammo, you can actually get enemies where they get basically stunned and they can't get near you. And that is a really useful tactic for some levels. There are some levels where keeping an enemy pinned backwards, like there, for example, it's allowing me to pick them off nice and smooth. So we might say it's not really in the spirit of the game, but the fact of the matter is, the game is how you want to play it. And of course, the downside to this method of play is that you are putting yourself at risk on your ammo. So it's very much risk and reward. And in terms of, are you someone like me who enjoys a more, I don't want to say defensive, because it's not defensive. It's more like tactical distance. Or are you someone who wants to be more up close and personal? Which is interesting, because I normally say that I employ the Eastern Thug approach. And in quite a lot of games I do. But when it comes to FPS games, I like to be much more in command of my surroundings. I'm loving all the little sound effects, like the laughter and everything else. That's really good. Oh. I like that too, that the enemies can sneak up on you. You think you're safe and then surprise, no you're not. I actually really quite enjoy that. It's not unbalanced, it's not unfair. It just means that you can't rely on having your back to the wall, because you might find that while your back's protected, you've actually exposed yourself in another area. Not quite sure where they all came from, but it doesn't really matter. They're there. Just take a quick... Oh, great. I'm out with them. That's annoying. I'm actually out of quarts of health. I must have used them and not realised. Must have hit the wrong key or something. That's disappointing. That's wasted resources. Well, might not have wasted them because I'm still alive. Oh! You know when I said I'm still alive? Ah! There's the proof. Classic trap. Classic Dungeons and Dragons trap, that one. I fell right into it. All you dungeon masters out there will be like going, oh no, you rolled a D1. One of my colleagues, Job, revealed themselves to be a dungeon master one time. And for our Secret Santa, I got them a mug that simply said, beware the smiling DM. As I say, I'm not a D&D player, but I understand that if the dungeon master starts to smile, you're in trouble. It usually means they've thought of a game modifier that's going to really ruin your day, I believe. Okay, so we'll switch back to the Deacon's Claw, I think it's called, this weapon, the Deacon's Claw. We'll switch back to that weapon. Gotcha. You next. So the advantage of ultra-wide is you can actually see quite a lot of movement off to the edges. So you can use your peripheral vision really well in order to pick off enemies. Now you're all watching this, well, I assume some of you are watching this anyway. We'll be looking at this going, kind of scrub tactics. But the use of, why is it so different to be able to see out the sides? It's very simple. You can spot things and react to them quite quickly. Ultra-wide gaming is something I really recommend if you get the chance. If you get the chance to play it on a decent PC rig, get yourself an ultra-wide and enjoy it. The only problem with ultra-wide I find is that there's quite a lot of games that should be compatible that aren't. So I don't understand why for modern PC games, you know, games released in like, say, 2025, 2026, there are games that do not have native ultra-wide support. I find that silly. Especially since more games than ever now use rendering what you're looking at for the environment. So it would mean that essentially you'd be able to have the environment all ready to go. Yeah, that's not got the range. Ah. You see how the reticle turns yellow? That lets you know that they're in range. While they can throw from one side of the map to the other, it's not an advantage that we have as the player. Being honest, it's probably not a bad thing, because otherwise you'd have people doing my strategy all day and they're not even moving around. They're literally just constantly deciding they're not even going to be hit. Good, good. Okay, he's picked off. I do like the different lighting they have in this game. It really catches you as a player. You're constantly not sure what's there. And it can make it very easy for you to fall down, essentially, as a player. Ooh, another tome of power. Bit surprised that's out here, but what do I know? So there's something about clacking the keys when you're playing a first-person shooter that feels nice. Almost feels like you're taking the shots yourself. And of course, mouse aim kills controller. I've said it far too many times. Yep, this time we took it much more cautiously. We didn't walk straight into the trap. We instead waited for our chance. Yeah, the only problem with this, the crossbow weapon, is it doesn't seem to hold much range to it. It's very similar. It's almost like this. It's almost like the crossbow is this game's version of the shotgun from Doom. That's what it feels like. It feels like they've done that mechanic. And it's like the gauntlets that fire lightning is almost like their version of the chainsaw. That's what it makes me think of. Ow! Oh, I survived. I don't know how I survived. Okay. What I'm looking for is the actual door I need to use this key on. There it is. I see the orbs. Okay, so now we know where it is. let's quickly grab some more of these while we can. Potions give you 10 HP back. So going from 50 to 90 gives us a much better chance than when we are. Even better. 50 to 100. That'll do me nicely. Thank you very much. And, yeah. If you do see ammo, walk over it because you never know if you can carry more. And a top tip for all these kind of games is once you open a door, back away from it. And stay on the move. By ascending it this way. There's the green door, so I need the green key for that one. So this is a classic format for the first-person shooter in the 90s. Barricade the route, have the player hunt the keys, looking for secrets and exploring the levels. As I say, it's a bit of a trope, but it's a fantastic trope nonetheless, because it feels like I'm playing a sodding game. You could argue that it's cowardly to hide in an area like that and pick them off, but for me, I call it strategic. Why shouldn't I use cover if it's there? It's like here. The enemies are all congregating in one place, expecting me to come rushing out. By doing what I did, I've just given myself a massive advantage. I've taken out a load of the enemies quickly. Some kind of zombie mage. Yeah, I saw it. Oh, bollocks, I got stuck on the wall. My idea was good then, my execution was flawed. And there we go, the Grand Tower is done. So now we enter the Citadel. So if you can take an enemy out by shooting them in the back, you shoot them in the back. If you can surprise an enemy by getting them from a distance, get them from a distance. It is not cowardly. It is strategic. Yeah, this is where the game has decided we're going to be ramping things up. Do a quick clear out of you. Yeah, we have the mage in the distance now as well to watch out for. Because much like I can pick them off, they can also pick me off. So I've got to be careful. Awesome organ music though here. They got stuck on each other, those enemies. I don't know why. I'll take the advantage though if I can. Perfect. Oh, just got magicked. Love that violin, that's amazing. This feels so intense, but it's awesome. So this for me was the original PC Master Race. I was there playing games like this in 1995 on a Pentium 175. The best thing about these games though is the systems they've now got them running on. There are people who've managed to port the likes of Doom onto the VIC-20. Now, if that's left you all scratching your heads wondering what the hell I'm talking about, the VIC-20 is a very old 1980s Commodore PC. We're talking like 1982, 1981. Predates even the likes of the Commodore 64. And there are people who've managed to port things like Doom to it, which is just incredible. There you go, you're dead. Yeah, there are two of them. Oh. Not ideal. One down. Got him, just as I needed to. I was just running out of ammo then. I was literally just about to run out of ammo. So somewhere around here is a way to go higher because we need to. We need to go higher to find the key. This is where we were before. Yeah, it's just taking us around the back of this gatehouse area. Yeah, you need a yellow key to carry on through that door. Need a yellow key, need a yellow key. Definitely nothing in that. Okay, what about in here? Nope. Last place I've been before and there was nothing here either. I'm missing something obvious. I mean, in the old school Doom games, there was often like trip wires, and when you hit them, platforms changed. But I'm not seeing anything like that here. Yeah, this was just like a platform place that there was something to get. There was nothing else in it. So that's annoying. Ah, hello. Can I run across there? Yes, I can. I knew there was a way to get across. There just had to be. And look what I've just found by doing it. Yellow key. That makes all the difference. And we've now got some armor, which is fantastic. Right, pick your door, people. Let's go right first. We just got a crystal geode, whatever the hell that is. Ah, we found the green key too. Also picked up a tome of power. I reckon that's now activated all the stairwells to go up higher. So this music is absolutely awesome. They did a phenomenal job with this modern soundtrack. Yes, you can listen to the original version if you like. You don't have to listen to this version, but I just really think this is good. Gives me that real sense of, like, peril and frantic. I like that. I don't know if you noticed, people, but when I shot the crossbow going down the stairs, the arrows actually straightened out because I wasn't aiming down the sights. I was trying to snapshot. I actually really like that. That's really good. Ah, so that's a way back out. Okay. We've got ourselves an escape room. Oh, you guys. Quite a lot of you as well. Unfortunately fell into the trap then of getting too close to the edge. God, there's a lot of enemies here. Luckily there's quite a lot of shotgun rounds. I say shotgun, quite a lot of bowgun rounds. So this is my chance to try and get some ammo back. I'm amazed that worked. I accidentally chose the wrong weapon, and I was able to do enough damage with the poking to make it disappear. And I do like the fact that they make the levels almost, even though it's a massive open area, the narrow corridors add a sense of claustrophobia to it, and the verticality is good. And again, the best thing about this is this patch for me was free, because I already had the original versions of Heretic, Hexen, and Hexen 2. But the issue I had was running them because they emulated DOSBox. And if you tried running DOSBox on a modern PC, it isn't fun. that's one of the reasons why I like those gloves. They are actually a very, very good way of essentially getting in close. If you can get in close, you can stun lock an enemy one-on-one, and that is very helpful indeed. Of course, the catch is, if you miss the enemy, you leave yourself a massive sitting duck. So this is where, ironically, the East End Thug approach actually works. Now, most of you have probably been wondering for years, what do I mean by East End Thug approach? What do we even mean by it? Well, East End Thug literally means get in, punch someone's lights out and get out. And it's essentially being an all-out brawler approach. Physical is king, East End Thuggy. Don't mess around, no subtlety, no strategy, just get in, hit it, and get the hell out. Now you might think that that's a stupid approach to take, and there are scenarios where it is a very stupid approach to take. I won't lie. But I find that often in games, it's a great way to equalize the playing field, because the last thing they expect you to do is just go straight in and go absolutely crazy. Yeah, so now, oh, I'm being shot at. We've been teleported somewhere. Oh, I thought I dodged that, but I didn't. Well, there we go. We just went and rode the rapids, people. That's what we did. Yes, riding the rapids. A very fun experience until you fail to account for waterfalls. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, that's fine. Ah, there's the blue key. I found it. Excellent. Now we can progress. A lot of stained glass churches here. Yeah, proof that the East End Thug approach can also be a problem. Oh, no. That wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to die. And these enemies weren't supposed to respawn either. Unless they followed me out. And if that's the case, maybe that's not such a bad thing. In case you're wondering, no, I don't have to do everything again, because if you actually look next to where the Tome of Power is, where the icon is with the book, you can actually see 3 coloured ornaments. One is green, one is yellow, and one is blue. Basically, I have access to all the keys. It's almost like the level's half reset when it shouldn't have. That's what it feels like. See, yeah, even the level's basically half reset. Well, that's a strange one. Wonder why it's done that. I mean, at least we can just use the stairs when we want. We use the door keys when we need to. We don't have to actually get the keys back or anything like that. So there is that advantage at the very least, people. Yep, see? I just picked up the yellow key and it's still giving me... It still said I had the original yellow key. So, that's a very odd one. Not sure what's going on there. Yes, I will take the crossbow. And now with the Tome of Power... See a burning hatchet coming close to you? Get out of its way. Yeah, I care more about those flying mages than I do the imps. The imps are annoying, but I can live with being annoyed. What I can't live with is being rinsed to bits by magic. The mages are far more dangerous. Ah, damn it, I got fired. Yeah, so if you're watching this now thinking this is pure chaos, it is. It is pure chaos. There's no other word for it. But that's okay, we are surviving just. I could really do with finding more health though. Got a decent amount of shots for this baby at least now, so. Some healing here, okay, and more. Yeah, by picking them off, we can get ourselves some more supplies. That's more like it. Now you see, by doing it the way I did then, it got them into the battle, but without making it too easy for me to go on the offensive. Only got 25 shots, but it's better than nothing. Made on 26 shots. Keep them coming. Yeah, I see you. Thank you. Pick up another crossbow while we're at it. Okay. Didn't think I got him, but I thought I'd try. There we are, check it out. Secret area. We actually found one of the secrets. Ah, here they come. Oh, what the hell? Somebody shot me. I don't know what it was. Right, I want to get down there if I can. I knew there was something here. A bag of holding. I wonder if that means we can carry more equipment. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to do a manual save. Because while this game does have auto saves, I can't guarantee where they're going to put me. Ba-boom, there we are. Secret area. Go. Yeah, if this is all making you feel a bit frantic, try being me. It's like mass panic stations, but it's okay. Come on, keep coming. Enter my line of fire. One down. Yeah, he was hit, but I don't think he's been killed, but that's okay. This time we're going the opposite direction. And now we're back at full ammo. So all we'll need to do now is head to the blue door. Now this time we're going to be a little more cautious. We're going to first of all make sure that our back is covered. And it seems there's an enemy back here that I missed. Oh god, there's another one. Ow. Like, please don't hit me with burning axes. Please don't do that. Please don't throw flaming axes at me. Yeah, just got to keep on going, try and get through the wave. It's not a case of catch the wave, more ride the wave. This is where I want power. And as they say, push forward and try and push them back. It's not a bad strategy. Gotcha. Next. And we have the Wings of Wrath. I believe I know how to get all of these. Just want to quickly check something in the inputs. Yep, temporarily grants flight. Watch this. And through we go. And so, we are about to start the cathedral. And that is where we're going to wrap up this recording for now. This is a series that will carry on because I've really enjoyed playing this. As I say, Doomgeons and Dragons. This game's available on Steam. It's in 4K. You get both Hexen and Heretic. It's a bargain. If you love your old 90s FPS games and a little bit of D&D role-playing, do check this out. I will see all of you very soon on my Twitch channel. Friday evening, 8 PM GMT. I will carry on Trails in the Sky 3rd chapter. So keep your eye out for more Heretic. And thank you all very much for watching me get lost in the madness that is the caverns of Heretic.